Welcome to this online interview by Project Cargo Weekly. Our very special guest of honor today is Mr. Nicolas de LOISY. He's the president of SCMO, a 4PL provider. He's based in Hong Kong since many years. And first and foremost, Nicolas, very welcome to this interview.
Very happy to be here. Nice to see you again, Bo.
Yeah, likewise. I always allow my accused, or shall we call them interviewees, a chance to elaborate a little bit about their career. How come you got into shipping and logistics in the first place? And tell our viewers a little bit about your background, please.
Oh, I fell into it in Hong Kong when I came here 30 years ago, 30.
Wow.
And then after working in CMA CGM in shipping line, then working in various freight forwarding companies, I founded a CMO now 26 years ago.
Wow.
And we have a global network of 40 offices in 25 countries, but I'm based in Hong Kong because Hong Kong is a marvelous place to be in.
Yes,
as you know.
I agree. I fully understand. And I mean, with your shipping background, the reason why you came to Hong Kong was because you were sent there originally, or did you come there by chance and then you just stayed there, or how come? Because a lot of people nowadays say Hong Kong, oh, it's reverted back to China, perhaps things have changed, but it's still business as usual.
It is still business as usual. Also, it suffers. Hong Kong, remember, is a hub.
Yeah.
And as a hub, when China or Europe or Americas are coughing, we have a cold, of course.
Yeah, sure.
Vice versa. So it is normal. It is difficult because the world is in basically degrowth methodology or not deglobalization, but maybe regionalization. I'm not sure how to express it. So we feel the pain here, same as everybody in the world.
Yeah,
so to answer your question, I came in Hong Kong 30 years ago for the adventure. I had my rug bag on one side, my bag of suits on the other side, and I came to Hong Kong looking for a job.
Yeah.
And that was how it started.
Okay, that's fantastic career, I must say. It's not everyone who has been so many years in Hong Kong that I know. And I also understand as a consultant and a specialist in 4PL, you represent a couple of companies involved in IT and AI and all this new, shall we say, technology. Can you elaborate a little bit on a couple of the companies that you represent?
Yes, indeed. So as a 4PL, we are consultants specialized in logistics, transportation, and supply chain management. And we help the whole world about transportation, supply chain, and things like that. Now, AI is a big subject nowadays. Yeah. We have more than 1,000 companies and applications like ChatGPT, DeepSeek, and so on. And yes, we are helping 3 of these companies at the moment. 2 are involved in supply chain, and I can give you their name actually.
Yeah.
One of them is called Malacca Risk.
Okay.
Malacca Risk is a fascinating company which, by using AI and basically collecting all the data available privately and publicly on the internet, they can, when you need to charter a ship,
yeah,
you can immediately, instantly, within 5 minutes, know whether that ship did not have any problem with sanctions. But remember, it has to be the ship itself. It can be the ship owner. It can be the ship manager. It can be the captain. So all these things will be collected on the internet and given to you within 5 minutes. Usually it takes at least a week to have a clean slate, to know exactly what has happened. So this is called Malacca Risk, and the website is Malacca, MALACA risk, risk.com.
Okay.
So I recommend people to go have a look, and if they need help with that, they come to me. I will be delighted to introduce them. They can have a lot of special whatever.
Yeah.
Then another company that we are helping at the moment is called Autonomy. And this is a fascinating thing, another completely different thing, but using AI as well. So these guys, they offer transit time insurance. I explain myself, a transit time delay insurance.
Yeah.
So that from port to port, if your ship arrives late more than 6 days, they start paying the insurance if you took the policy, of course.
Of course.
Now, by air freight, airport to airport, if you start to arrive 3 hours late or more, they start paying the policy. Isn't fascinating. And they also do it for parcel from warehouse to door. If your delivery is late 24 hours or more, they start paying. So this is fascinating. So autonomy is OTONOMI.ai. If you need anything about them, you need to be introduced. I'll be delighted to do the job. And if you want to know more, I can organize online meetings with either of them, Autonomy or Malacarisk. These are great people. Autonomy, they are 5 years old, and they have broken an impossibility of ensuring transit time. You know,
that's the first time I heard about. It's a very.
They are the only one in the world. They are actually an insurance company, an underwriter, as we say.
Yes, I understand. It's very, very interesting, and at least also a product here I think many of our viewers perhaps never heard about, both of them. For the normal person nowadays, let's say if you close to my age or even a little bit younger, can you explain in layman's terms what is AI? Of course, I know it's artificial intelligence. How will it revolutionize things? Can you explain that for our viewers who might not? They've seen the buzzword, but maybe they have not been so much looking into it because of busy in the daily lives. What is AI actually, and how will it help?
I'm very happy to do that. So, and I will do that by also explaining you the third company that I launched myself, actually,
please.
which is called globalfuturenexus.com. So globalfuturenexus.com in one word. And so that is a global company, a global community, which is at the convergence of people in the AI industry, artificial intelligence, sustainability industry, and digital nomads. And these people, the objective of the whole community is to help integrate AGI. I will explain you what that means.
Yes, please.
With humanity. Now, AI, what is it? Is algorithm, or that means software, which are relatively copying the ways that human beings think, you know, with subconscious and conscious, both things. And it is being developed more and more. You have to know the last 5 years, it's AI which has been developing AI. We don't do it anymore. It's not humans anymore. Humans, we just tweak a bit on the right, on the left. We don't like that. We scrap it and we do the next one. That's what we do. But AI have been doing it for the last 5 years. But the point being AI, that's what it is much more intelligent than blockchain or usual algorithm. And it can help us to aggregate so much, or that means to put together so much data like Autonomy does. They aggregate billions of data points of all these transit times of shipments. And then they can go for both globally. They know how much the ships and planes are in average delayed. And they can do it for shipping, they can do it for air freight, they can also sea freight, air freight, they can do it by trades, they can do it by companies, by commodities. It's fascinating. And so AI, artificial intelligence, is just software, it's just algorithm. And it's algorithm which have been designed to be as intelligent as possible. They mimic or they copy how we human beings are intelligent. And it's being pushed more and more with a lot of power. You hear about these data centers and these hundreds of billions of US dollars invested in it all over the world, and very differently depending on companies. We have more than 1,000 products. And so what we have at the moment in terms of consciousness, you know, these DeepSeek and ChatGPT and all the 1,000 more other applications, they have a level of consciousness of a 3 years old autistic child. Why autistic? Because this capacity to gather all this data and give you this in a nice organized way. They're not really conscious yet. So AGI is what we expect to be. AGI is conscious artificial intelligence, when the algorithm becomes self-aware.
Wow. It sounds.
That has many different ways to be defined.
I can imagine, but it sounds a little bit scary that we are creating something that's more clever than ourselves. Perhaps
you are correct, and we are. You are correct, and we certainly are in a certain way, and we are right to look at it from the whole 360 degrees. It follows the second law of thermodynamics, where basically there is a balance between constraint and not constraint. So we will most certainly have AGIs, which will be conditioned by crazy human beings and will be psychopath. And
Yes.
we will have some scenarios like the Schwarzenegger movies, Terminators. But we will also have on the other side of the equation AGIs, which will be like Buddha or Jesus Christ or Mahomet or whoever, you know, these saints people.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
we'll have a range in between, same as in humanity, same as in all species.
Wow.
And so the idea of a global future nexus is to, when we have AGI, because AGI, as far as we know, is not really there yet,
Right.
but whether it comes in 3 months, 3 years, or 10 years, one thing is sure,
Yeah.
humanity is not ready for it.
Right.
So
right.
globalfuturenexus.com, we are helping to prepare humanity for it.
Right.
That's the ambition. And
Right.
and you know, if when AGI comes in, there are 2 ways. Some countries might decide that it's let's reinstate slavery laws, and then we use AGIs as slaves, as tools. But remember, these are tools that will be more intelligent than we are
Right.
very soon.
Right.
They might not be yet, but they might be very soon. And then they will be self-aware. How long will they bear that?
Right.
Question 1. So there are other countries that might, for instance, set up a different legal person. At the moment, we have physical persons like you and I.
Yeah.
We have moral persons, companies. There might be digital person. There might be, or person. There might be AGI personhood or AI personhood. I don't know. It's not written yet, you see. But we have, humanity is currently 200 tribes. We call them countries with all their laws, rules, and regulations. And they will each be differently. So that's what we're helping to prepare. But these applications we see with autonomy, with Malacca risk, and with 1,000 more are so impressive already.
I can imagine, and I could also foresee perhaps it'll be a major bone of contention or competition between certain alliances in the world. I mean, that people will have certain standards. I mean, I guess they are rushing in America to develop this. We see major investments in AI and so on. China is investing a lot in AI. Will there be any global standards, do you think, or will there be competition between countries? Because otherwise, yeah.
So the global leader in AI is really OpenAI. Yeah, is Sam Altman. Listen to what he says, and they define governance and so on as much as best they can. But remember, at the moment we have over 1,000 companies fighting with one another and offering their own AI products with all the employees doing their job. And then you have countries we want to dominate, of course, and try to be the first getting AGI, because their belief system, or they think they will be able to control it. But you know, AGI will be as controllable as humans. Some you can control, some you cannot control, and most you can at least manipulate. But the fascinating things, and that's okay. It's a sane competition. The thing is, while some countries might try to still use or misuse AGI or AI when it becomes more conscious, some countries will on the other side try to integrate them into society. And that's the best, you know, use AGI for what they are better than we are, and use us, we are better at than they will ever be.
Then one of the key questions here before I can round it all up. Will this mean job losses for certain groups of people, would you think? I mean, at least at the outset, I mean, who would need a lawyer if you can get all the advice by asking AI somehow? Do you see that happening?
Yes, it will most certainly happen. That is undeniable. It will happen. And remember, the Industrial Revolution took 250 years up to now. AI is part of it. Now, 250 years, it started very slow, and then 150 years ago, more or less at the time of the French Revolution and the American United States of America creation, you have it took up very fast. So Industrial Revolution changed dramatically many jobs, and it took 250 years. Now, AI is going to be probably 100 times bigger in terms of job changes and society or societal changes. So we have to adapt. It's no problem. We have other jobs that, you know, has a ways. But it's going to not happen in 150 years. It's going to happen in, what, I don't know, 10, 15 years.
So the speed generally will be a lot faster. Here, rounding this all up, and this very interesting because I personally, I don't know much about it. I haven't hardly had time to follow it. You certainly know a lot about it, and I believe many of our viewers will be keen to listen to what you have to say. If any of our viewers are interested in these three companies, then they can contact you, and you can guide them further.
With great pleasure.
Okay.
Please give them my email address, Nicolas, Nicolas at scmo.net,
Of course.
and my mobile. You can put my mobile as well and my other information in the bottom of the video of the interview.
That's excellent. We will certainly add that into the interview. Very final question. Do you plan to retire in France, or will you have you or let's say, will you retire in Asia when the time comes?
This is a tricky question.
Yeah.
No, France. You know, let's do the reshuffling of Europe, France included, happen. I'd rather be back later. If you see what I mean. It's fascinating to be in Hong Kong now that we have
Yeah.
this shift from west to east,
Yeah.
that China is growing so fast.
Yeah.
It is fascinating.
Yes.
And I was saying Hong Kong is a marvelous place. It really is a marvelous place.
Yes.
You meet
Yes.
fantastic people here,
Yeah.
people looking forward to the future,
Yeah.
people. I love the place. It's France will be part of where I will go on holidays.
Yeah, I know. I fully. The whole of EU seems to be a holiday spot soon, but it's. I know your feeling. There's a drive. It's a can-do attitude. It's not always the glass is half empty. It's the glass is half full. You know, it's the whole mentality. I fully understand you. Listen, Nicolas, we know each other from before, and that's no secret to the viewers. I really do appreciate your time. You know a lot of things, and also you have even written books about the Silk Road. I know you're so very knowledgeable. So I want to thank you personally from Project Cargo Weekly for this great interview. Thank you very much.
Thank you again, Bo. Goodbye.
Most welcome. And to all our listeners, viewers, and readers from around the world, this was yet another great interview by Project Cargo Weekly. Our special guest of honor today has been Mr. Nicolas de LOISY. He's the president of SCMO. He represents reputable companies in AI and logistics and 4PL. And certainly, if you have any questions relating to this fantastic development coming soon or already upon us, do contact him directly. For me at Project Cargo Weekly, thank you very much.